And I was asked recently by a couple of very spunky local women if I would do a talk on how to save the natural way, the healthy way, which is kind of my gig, right? So I did that this week and it was absolutely awesome. It was a lot of fun, but I figured since most of you wouldn't have been there to check that out, that I would do it here for you as well. And I'm going to put something on the blog too. I blog on the weekends, so you can always go over and check that out, but there will be something as a follow-up to this there as well. We have a lot of fixed expenses, things that we can't do much about. We just sort of have to accept those things in our life. And then there are a lot of things that we can play with and that we can change. So one of the big things that we do is that we generally don't purchase big ticket items brand new. So from our car to our kitchen cupboards, the drywall that we used when we renovated, my son's goalie equipment, all of those things were sourced through Kijiji. The furniture in our house, virtually all of it was either through Kijiji or from the Restore, and through family and friends who are an absolutely awesome resource. You know, when you need something and you put it out to your family and friends, you can often get back really good information and get connected to people who might have what you need. In our region, we're really fortunate that you can find things that are completely brand new and pay a fraction of the cost that you would buying it new and in store. And when we shop on Kijiji, we're obviously keeping stuff out of landfills and reducing waste from packaging. And when you're finished with something, you can put it back up on Kijiji. We also say no a lot. And I'm pretty hard-nosed about this, probably more so than my husband. He likes to say yes. I'm a bit more of a bitch about it, to be honest, which is why our family doesn't have cable. We were big YouTube people, obviously, and we find entertainment in so many other ways. But you know, when I was looking at our cable bill years ago, it just seemed insane to me that we were paying almost $100 a month for something that really didn't make our lives any better. So that's sort of a standard that we apply to anything that we spend money on. Does it make our family any better? Does it contribute to our well-being? And if it doesn't, it's gone. Number 3. We are do-it-yourselfers. My husband and I both tend to look at things and think that we can do them. And that's not always true, but it is true a lot of the time that we can do things for ourselves rather than paying someone else to do it for us, rather than paying for a convenience. We tend to want to do things for ourselves, and that's definitely most true in terms of food. We grow our own food in the growing season. We have a lot of vegetables that come out of our garden, even though our garden is tiny, and I've showed you our garden before. It's tiny, and we get lots of vegetables that supplement our grocery bill, so that's awesome. And we also make a lot of our own stuff, so we don't have a lot of processed foods in our house. Things like granola bars, my husband is a really great recipe for, so we'll make that instead. Or breads, you know, we make that here. Pizza, I've showed you that before. We make our own pizza instead of, you know, buying frozen pizzas or getting takeout or that sort of stuff. We tend to make things for ourselves. And you know, I don't want to tell people that processed food is going to kill you or that it's really nasty. I just don't enjoy those sort of scare tactics when they're used on me, so I don't want to use those on you guys either. But I do know that when we grow our food ourselves, and when we connect to other people who are growing their own and making their own food, that we're very closely connected to where our food is coming from, so we know what's going into our bodies, and especially with our kids, we know what we're putting in their bodies, which is really important to us. So, number 4 is where I get to have a lot of fun, and that's buying natural. And you know, buying natural for me is really one of the most cost-effective things that I can do. When I look at our budget, and there are the fixed things and then there are the things that I get to play around with, one of the biggest costs in that area is hygiene stuff. So all of the things that we purchase that keep life clean, from our house to our bodies, all of those things that make things look and smell pretty or where we spend a lot of money. So buying natural products for me means that I'm buying products that have more active ingredients and they're more concentrated, so I can use less of them, as opposed to conventional products where there is a lot less in terms of active ingredients and it's a lot of filler. And the filler that you're paying for is stuff like parabens, you know, that are used to preserve the product, but that have been linked to cancer, you know, SLS and PEG compounds. There's a huge laundry list of things that we know are toxic to our bodies. We don't even completely understand yet the real impact of using these things. There are things like this, which is a great natural product, under $5. You get a liter for under $5, and this product is concentrated so you can use less of it. But the other awesome thing about natural products is stuff like this can be used to clean every surface in our home, and that's another way that natural products can help you to save a lot of money, because conventional products are often formulated for very specific things, so you have to have about 20 things in your home instead of being able to use just one reliable thing. So the other thing that I think is a lot of fun, because we're do-it-yourselfer kind of people, is that using natural products that I can multitask with, obviously, is a big thing for me. Using stuff like essential oil to create our own sort of like home remedies and home cleaners. Like, this is a really versatile product, and that's what makes it so inexpensive, that you can get a little bottle of this. And essential oils range in price. I mean, you can get them anywhere from $5 up to $20. It depends on where you're buying them. It depends on the essential oil that you're buying. 10 to 15 drops, but a tablespoon of vodka or rubbing alcohol, fill it up with water, and you've got a deodorant spray for shoes, for any other fabric, for hockey equipment. You've got a beautiful room spray, something that you can replace other air fresheners with. You have a body mist if you like that sort of thing. There are just all kinds of really fantastic uses. In the summer, if you use a peppermint essential oil, it's really nice to spray, and it really cools you down on hot days. There's so many ways that you can use essential oils, and that's just a spray. I mean, you can put peppermint oil, I've talked about this, you can put peppermint oil in water and drink that for upset stomach. You can throw some in water and just gargle it around, spit it out, and you've got a really simple mouthwash, you know. Versatile products, things that really multitask, are the things that really stretch your dollars, and natural products do that really, really well. So those are 4 of the big things that my family does to save ourselves money. And there you go. I would love to hear how you save money in your household, whether it's natural or not. Please post that in the comments below, or come find me in any of the other places that I am. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I'll talk to you again really soon.